Well, it is the last week of the year. Blessings, grace, peace. I pray that you had an extraordinary year, that there are some memorable times in between all the different things that may have occurred. There's some things that you can take away and take hold to and really, celebrate and be grateful for. It's a time, every day is a day that we should give thanks that we see another day and that we are able to like celebrate what we've overcome. But really, stop for a moment at least before the year ends just to give that gratitude of, give that, those, how do you say, those words of thanksgiving of those little things that may have happened, even some big things that happened throughout the year, so that you can, the things that you say that you're thankful for, hopefully you can take that into your 2022 and even expand upon that. And those things, even those things that didn't work out that well, give thanks that you made it through and you made it past those things. And just take reflection of maybe looking how not to see those things happen again. If it's possible, some things we can't control, but we just give thanks for being alive, for having breath, and we give thanks to God for allowing us to, experience those things, some great things in our lives. So most importantly, stop and take a reflection and look and just take a breather. Be grateful for every second that you have. And most importantly, just want to quickly wrap this up as we end the year, is look towards 2022 in a light of hope and expectation of, not expectation that things just happen the way you want it to. You want to have that hope and that dream for it, but the expectation that something good is going to happen, and that leaves the door open for so many possibilities that are beyond even what you could even imagine, because that's how he works. We leave that expectation on him that he'll show up and do the things, God will show up and do the things that we really want him to do. So write it down, pray about it, meditate on it. You know what? Do a dream. It's important I do find it important to do a dream board. And I want to label it a vision for 2022. Because we tend to look at visions as in 3 to 5 years out, 10 years out, and not really look at, saying a vision for the year, because we do resolutions and we do pictures. I hope I do this and that and the third, but put that vision up for the year. There's some things that you may have already started that you started this year in 2021, and you want to maybe add on to it, perfect it, do better in it. Or you saw some things in 2021 that you really wanted to start and you didn't get to, and now you get to put it in 2022. It's not a big deal when you don't get things done within the year, because sometimes we don't realize how much time management is important to understand. And when you understand time management, it's not about getting everything done, but realizing the time that you have, being grateful for it, and then giving yourself grace that you might be limited on certain things and that you may have to tweak some things in order to get some things accomplished. So whether or not it's take a class, read a book, volunteer, start a business, start a new career, get a new job, go on a diet or change your whole health lifestyle, get healthy, and all of it's a process. Nothing is overnight. We take our time with everything. I have to be reminded about that a lot of the times. You want to do, what works for you, but also keep in mind that Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And so we're not although we would like to be a microwave society, reality is we're not microwave. If you really think about a microwave, it dries the heck out of everything. Food doesn't taste the way it's supposed to taste anymore. So microwave isn't good. You're not going to digest it well, but when it's slow cooked in the oven or a slow cooker, notice how great that tastes. That's even your life. I like to say that I'm like a fine wine. I get better with age. I think everybody's like that. And you want to get better with age. But how we get better through learning from our experiences and growing from it. growing from it and really appreciating what's before us. So, I'm saying it right now, have a happy new year. Put a vision before you. Put it on a piece of paper, write it down on a piece of paper, keep it somewhere, stick it to your wall, get a dry erase thing, do a poster board, do pictures, whatever you have to do. But look at this, put some things up there for the year. It might be that you want to just go on vacation. Put that down. Nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes specific. One of my great mentors stated that to me, and I hold that dear, because when you say, I want to read a book, what book do you want to read? Write those books down that you want to read. How many books do you want to read? Do you just want to read one book, 2 books, 3 books? And what are those books? And what time frame? You want to take a class. When do you want to take a class? Do you want it to be a class that lasts for a couple of years? Or, because that's dependent, because you can go look for a class and you'll be like, oh, is that what I want? Like one time, I'll give you a great example. I wanted to learn more about menswear. Well, every time I searched for it, it was giving me a college class on menswear and taking this full-on degree class, and I didn't want that. So I kept searching because I wanted this one specific class. And guess what? Because I kept searching for it and I was very specific about what I wanted, I found that men's class. And I found so much more from going after that one thing that I wanted. I went for that men's class and ended up signing up for a bunch of other classes with this same program. And it changed my life. And I went into an industry I never expected to do. I would have never dreamed of getting into. So the same thing can happen. So be specific about it. If you want to volunteer somewhere, where do you want to volunteer? What exactly do you want to do with them when you volunteer? If you want to do a new activity for the year, might be, I don't know, riding your bike and going miles with it. Just be patient with yourself as you start out. You're not gonna get it like that. It might be you only went down the block, for a whole week. You just kept going back and forth. And then the next week you went, a full mile or whatever it may be. And then after that, 2 weeks later, you're going 2 miles. It just build upon all those things. As I talk to you, again, I'm talking to myself at the same time. So keep that hope, keep that faith, and really dig into 2022 to see what you want to see in your life. Don't be concerned about anything else, whatever else is going on around you, because guess what? It's going to always be there. But you want to come out the best on the other end, regardless of what's going on around you. There's always going to be people saying something. There's always going to be negativity, and you always want to pull the positivity, but sometimes it's not there, and that positivity may have to come from you. So if it comes from you, it needs to be something that grows you, something that you be able to just be proud of for yourself. And I want that for you. So, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2022. Blessings.